If you feel busy running your B&B from dawn to dusk, but still wonder what actually moved your business forward, you're not alone. This episode will help B&B owners understand why consistent activity doesn't always lead to progress and how to recognize what truly matters. Now, if this feels familiar, you're exactly where you need to be. You wake up early, before the kettle even boils. Your mind is already racing. Breakfast prep, guest requests, laundry, messages, bookings. Something's broken, something's missing, something you forgot, and suddenly it's evening. You sit down, maybe with a cup of tea that's cold, and you think, I've worked all day, but what did I actually get done? But business progress, growth, the things that actually move your B&B forward, that part feels fuzzy. Here's the truth no one really tells you when you start a B&B. It's not just busy work, it's consistent work. And most of it lives in your head. Here's what we're going to unpack today. You're not unproductive, you're overloaded. Now let me ask you something before we go further. When was the last time you finished a day at your B&B and felt genuinely satisfied, not just tired? Let me know in the comments. So let's look at the real problem. You're not lazy, you're just layered. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. You're not the problem. The structure of your day is. Running a B&B is not like running most businesses. You don't just manage tasks, you live inside them. Your brain never gets a clean break between roles. That creates something most owners don't have a name for: mental layering. You're doing one thing, thinking about 5 others? No wonder you feel busy. And here's where it gets tricky. Busy feels productive. It looks productive. It sounds productive. It even smells productive, usually like bacon and coffee. But productivity is not about motion. It's about movement. And that's where frustration starts to creep in, because deep down, you know there's more you should be doing. Marketing, planning, improving systems, thinking ahead. But you never quite get there because the day fills up before you have a chance. This is the natural result of how B&Bs run. These are the hidden signs of false productivity. If you want relief, you need to recognize these patterns, not just fix them. These are the quiet signs you're busy, but not moving forward. You finished everything, but nothing feels finished. You tick off tasks all day, but there's no sense of completion because these tasks reset every single day. They're loops, not ladders. They don't build, they repeat. That's the nature of hospitality. You avoid sitting down to plan, review, or think. Not because you don't want to, but because it feels indulgent. You feel guilty resting. Even when you stop, your brain doesn't. You sit down and think, should I be doing something? That is not laziness. That is overload. You measure your day by effort, not outcome. Now this is a big one. You think, I worked hard today, but not, I moved the business forward today. Those are very different things. So let's start looking at this a little differently. You're running 2 businesses. You're not running one business. The first is your hospitality business. That's the visible one. Guests, rooms, breakfast, experience. The second is your growth business. That's the invisible one. Marketing, systems, pricing, planning, future bookings. Most B&B owners live entirely in the first one but here's the truth. Your future income lives in that second business. And if you don't spend time there, the first one gets harder. That's the difference between motion and movement. Name your day before it starts. That's it. Not a plateful, just a detailed schedule, just a name. For example, today is a guest day. Today is a reset day. Today is a business day. Because right now, every day is everything. And that's the problem. When everything matters, nothing stands out. But when you name the day, something changes. You're giving yourself permission to focus, to let others wait, to stop feeling like you're failing. You don't need to do everything every day. You just need a rhythm. And rhythm creates relief. What is one task you do every day that keeps you busy but doesn't really move your business forward? Let me know in the comments. Here are your key takeaways. Busy isn't the same as productive. You're overloaded, not failing. Daily tasks reset, they don't build. You run two businesses, not one. Naming your day creates relief. Here's the core message. You're not behind. You're carrying too much at once. Running a B&B blends life and work in a way few businesses do. That's why it feels consistent. That's why it feels heavy. And that's why it often feels like you're busy without progress. Once you see the difference between maintaining and moving forward, something shifts. You stop judging your effort. You start noticing your direction. And with small changes, like naming your day, you're beginning to create space. Not just more hours, just more clarity. If you're ready for deeper support, structure, and guidance, you'll find it inside the Build Your B&B from Dream to Doors Open course, where everything is laid out step by step. For further reading, you might enjoy. If this episode helped, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And if you'd like to support the show, you can always buy us a coffee. It helps keep these episodes coming. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need the right next step. Thanks for listening, and I will see you next time.